Okay. Whoops, somebody didn't turn. So it'll work, right? Oh, goodness. I guess it's working. I guess. If not, I won't hear nobody, but who knows? See how this does. Cord's in my way. Imagine that. Okay. Now we should be on a ship.
Good morning.
Good morning. The last two logouts were actually in the ship. So let's see where it logs in at. Hopefully it'll get one of them. Hopefully. No guarantees. We shall see. As soon as it does load. Taking a long time. There it goes. Oh, we are in the ship. All right. How about that? Son of a gun. Now, are we in the middle of space or are we on yeah. Forgot the name of the place. Aberdeen. Find out where we're at here. Whoa. It's still dark out, I can see that. I do believe we're sitting on the planet still. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Yes, we are still sitting on the planet. Landing gear is not down, is it? Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Did the landing gear stay down? Normally it doesn't. No, it looks like we're sitting on the ground. I don't know why the landing gear is never down when you do this, but obviously. Change view.
Roger that.
Lights.
Lights on.
Alright, let's see. Close comms. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Range.
Collecting data.
And the Grand should be right in front of us. It's OM9, that ain't quite right. Oh shit, somebody's here. Alright. Damn. That means the place is probably gonna be empty. I have no throttle here. Yeah, it sure is dark out here on this planet. awfully dark out here. It's telling me I'm gonna die of thirst. Range.
Collecting data.
Boy, you just can't see nothing in this game. I think there's 2 pads down here. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Is there 2 pads? That's fairly good size ship or carry, that's figures. Is there another pad over here, I think? Can't hardly see. Things aren't lit well. Oh, this pad's big enough. You could have waited till I landed, buddy. I wouldn't have been in your way, you know. No biggie. Not sure this pad's big enough. Change view.
Roger that.
Yeah, it might be. See, we got graphical glitches. Change view.
Roger
Engines
that.
off.
Engines are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
May not be nothing left again. That'll be twice we logged in, found empty. Timing is everything. I don't know. He can buy less than I can, but I don't know what the quantity. I think it's 200,000. So really, shouldn't have been able to buy it out. Trouble is, it'll ruin the sale. But I really don't care. Don't really care. Okay, now what's wrong? Did I not put the landing gear down? Could have swore I put it in landing mode. Could have swore I did. Back, no, I saw the pads down. But it doesn't look like it's on the pads. So, in fact, I know when I looked under the ship, they were down. Engines on.
Engines online.
Come on now. Shit. Engines on. We're DCing. Engines on.
Engines online.
Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
No, it's not. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
I mean, they were down. I looked and I saw them down, so. Kind of acting a little funny here. Engines off.
Engines are powered down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
Try this again. Yeah, I know when I switched views, I saw the pads down, at least in the back. I wasn't really looking at the front, but. I could tell they weren't down when I dropped this gurney, whatever you want to call it. I still don't see them. Alright, well, there are some back here somewhere. Oh, we're right on the end of the pad. Good enough. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? It's darker than Ace of Spades out here on me. Yeah, I know I'm going to die of heat exposure. Okay. Yeah, you can quit beeping now. I'm inside. Alright, let's see if there's anything left. Okay. Get a full load. All right. Retracted. All right. Engines on.
Engines online.
Takeoff.
Ascending.
Oh,
Retracting
working all right
modules.
now.
Handing you the con.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Star map.
Activating now.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting data.
Looks like I'm gonna have to hit a OEM marker. Didn't give me one right off the bat, so nope, we're down underneath the star map.
Activating now.
Gotta love how this doesn't work. Close star map. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Love how it doesn't work. Jump.
Jumping.
Star map.
Activating now.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Range.
Collecting data.
Now it shouldn't be below the surface. Nope, it's not. More than one way to skin a kitty cat. Jump.
Jumping.
Oh, there's a big rock. Big rock. And we are running this at 1440p in VR, so I don't think, yeah, frame rate's about 30. Headset's 83, 84, but game itself, it's only pulling about 30 in VR. But it is at 1440p, the game setting. At least it's supposed to be. Looks like it. Looks like it, yep. It is high in 1440p. So, yeah. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Notice how much better it runs when you're not in your cockpit. See that? Frame rate jumped right up to 50. In the game itself, and you run it in your cockpit, I guess, I don't know why, physics are different or whatever that bitch is. But it really changes things. Change view.
Roger that.
It also makes a difference what ship you're in. This ship, Connie's, frame rates are always less than ships like, say, the Freelancer, my Avenger Titan, my Gladius. The larger ships, for whatever reason, frame rates are less in. But even though game is 28, 29, 30, it's playing all right. Like I say, the key is in VR is to turn whatever headset you're using, turn its ASW off and use VorpX ASW. It doesn't limit your frame rates, and it gets better headset frame rates than what Oculus ASW gets. I don't know if that is the same for the Rifts. I mean, for the indexes in Cosmos. But compared to Oculus's ASW, VorpX does a much better job. And make sure you turn fluid sync off too. You'll get better frame rates without fluid sync being on. Tricks you learn as you use VorpX for years and years, like I have done. But one thing about in 1440, I usually run it at 2160 by 1200. So this has hit me for a few more frame rates, maybe 5. Like I say, if you run it in VR, it's going to pull out. Your frame rates are going to drop. The key is what you can get in your headset. Now, if you were getting 2930 in your headset, it'd be unplayable. Make you, if you're subject to it, it'd make you motion sickness and all that shit. But see, my headset's running, it's running at max right now, so. Because what ASW, regardless of whose flavor it is, what it really does is it creates extra frames for your headset. Range. Cruise control. Range.
Affirmative. Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
And I could turn up my graphics card a bit, but yeah. I'm not worried about 5 frames per second. Some people do, but it's not worth me turning the overclock on. Then it'll just heat it up. Then I gotta put up with fan noise and all that happy crap. I don't have anything overclocked. It's all set stock. Permission land.
Approach protocols engaged.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobile glass.
Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
Now, see, this guy's trying to land on my pad. Now, why would you do that unless you're just being a dick? I mean, seriously. Shouldn't they impound the ship, start shooting them or something? I mean, they did impound his ship. Good. I was gonna say that's what should have happened. Land on a pad, they should just take it. Should just take the ship. It might have been what he wanted. He didn't care. I doubt if he knew the pad was taken, but I don't think all this stuff lights up for anybody but the guy who's landing. I could be wrong about that, but I've never seen anybody else's. Change view.
Roger that.
Change view.
Roger that.
Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
I mean, it is possible that that's true, but I've never seen anybody else's markers line up. Only my own, so I'm pretty sure that nobody can possibly know that the pad's in use. And he may just been looking to land really quick, get his ship stored. Which is totally possible. Wasn't really hurting nothing. Boy, did they claim that ship in a hurry, huh? Now, luckily when it does that, the cargo's still in it. And from what I understand, that all ships, as soon as you hit a pad that has storage, if you have been on longer than an hour or the ship has been spawned for longer than an hour, it automatically despawns them. That's a good example of that happening. The ship has been out of port for a while. Even though I might have saved in it, that doesn't reset the spawn timers. And as you can see, as soon as it landed, I got out of the ship, it despawned it. And it will do that. Come on, buddy. You don't want to hit the button? I will if you won't. It's not a big deal. I'm easy going. Go on. Don't be bashful. Get in there. You know, so we got a little desync between the two of us. Oh, let's see. We want to sell. Gonna buy all of it. Eh, we made about what, 50,000 credits on that run? About 50,000. Yep, about 50,000. And we logged out in the ship, so I don't think we're in any shape or form where we'd have to worry about getting DC'd. I don't know. Now it'll be back on the timer again, as long as it respawns. There's no guarantee that the ship will respawn. I may have to go somewhere else. You know, it's Star Citizen. Everything's a workaround, and we got it, so we're lucky. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Here's 0, 0. 0, 0. Let's say frame rates aren't wonderful, but we are running it at 1440p and we are in VR. One of these days they may actually get the frame rates up that's presentable. Maybe, maybe not. Somebody just flew overhead. Another caterpillar coming in. Now he's a regular caterpillar. See how he's all red? That's a regular caterpillar. See the difference? Mine is black sides. Has red stripes on it, but it's black. Because it's a pirate caterpillar. Oh, and I got skulls. Don't forget skulls. Very important that you know you have skulls. Yeah. Really just doesn't look that much better. Of course, difference between 1200p and 1440p, there's really not that much difference in the resolution. I can tell a little bit of difference. Some of the text is sharper. 1440p is what this headset actually runs at. But like anything else, the higher the resolution, the more muscle your computer needs. Needs the muscle. Deep space. Startup.
Acknowledged.
Alright, we've been acknowledged. I guess that's a good thing. Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules.
Oh.
Handing you the con.
Star map.
Thank you.
Activating now.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
I don't see the marker. Oh, right in front of me. Okay, let's swing this around so I don't have to look at the sun in my eyeballs. It's very annoying. Range.
Collecting data.
Really hurts your eyes in an HMD. Jump. Like
Jumping.
somebody turned on a flashlight in front of you. It's bad enough on your monitor, but it's really bad in HMD. There we go. We made a cargo run, 50K profit. This is part 2 of the cargo run. Part 1 was going out to Aberdeen. I got out there and there were absolutely no commodities at the station. So I just flew off the station a little bit, or the base, or whatever you want to call it, and landed it and logged out. I figured it was probably a server issue because everything was in. I mean, it's not they were out of gold or this or waste, they were out of everything, and I just don't see that happening. Range.
Collecting data.
So I logged out for a couple hours and then I came back in to finish this little run. First half of the run I ran it off the same settings and everything, although I didn't stream it. I did record it. Same hardware, same software, OBS. And then this time I went ahead and started in VR, and then you can see the difference in frame rates. Jump.
Jumping.
You do take a hit for running it in VR. And if you're running it at 1080p, really it gets enough frame rates regardless of how you're running it that you won't even notice it. But if you're running higher resolutions like 2160 by 1200, 1440, or God forbid you got a Index or a Cosmos that'll run 1617 over versus 1440. God knows how big a hit you would take trying to get the best view out of it. And run at 1440 versus 1200. You can tell the difference, especially on some of the text. Running this versus the 1080p, you can really tell the difference. But versus what I normally run at, you really can't tell a whole lot of difference. Yeah, I mean, it is clearer. It's a little sharper. It is, a little bit better resolution, but 240 pixels each direction really isn't that much. But as long as you set up the way I set up, you could run the game. If the game's only going to get 30 frames per second, you can still run it all right. As long as you have your ASW and Vorpex set up properly. As I said, my headset's running 85 right now. 83. Now I can't put that figure in my RTESS. There's no way of getting in there. I'm actually running the frame rate counter in Vorpex. That's how I know what my headset's getting. If you're running Vorpex, you can do the same. Just Alt F key. Where's the sun at? I know it's about ready to blind me somewhere, because that's what it does. Cruise control. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
And yes, you can play with the limiter and go faster if that's what you want to do. I just play to have fun. I'm not worried about cutting a few seconds off my travel time. Not to mention it's so dark out here that it's easy to run into asteroids and a ship that doesn't turn very well, so going a little bit slower is probably the smart thing to do. Doesn't mean I will not run into asteroids, just means I might not run into asteroids. But seriously, Star Citizen in 3D is as different in night and day. It's like playing Elite Dangerous on your monitor and then turning on your headset in VR. It's the same thing here in Star Citizen. I personally do not enjoy playing on the monitor, and I got a big monitor. We're talking 43 inches, so it's not because I got a little monitor. It's just not really the same. Cruise control. When you have
Affirmative.
3D depth perception, all that stuff, it really increases the immersion factor and the wow factor. I mean, there's no way to describe the difference between what it looks in my headset and what you're seeing on the stream. Because what you're seeing is what my monitor is showing, and it's not the same. I mean, yeah, the place things are the same, but in 3D it looks completely different. But to each his home. If everybody's happy playing on a flat screen monitor, be my guest. I personally will not play it that way. I do occasionally go in and screw around like I did earlier, but it's not the way I want to play. And my head tracking is so superior to the bullshit that Star Citizen gives you. I mean, I'm sorry, I have real head tracking, you got a joke. Now, Track IR is pretty good. Get it set up right. But it's still not as good as the head tracking you get from your headset. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Close mobile glass.
Please
Closing
proceed to
mobile
sign
glass.
landing bay.
Now, if I had all kinds of money, I'd go out and buy me a 280 Ti, and I could probably get, I could get 40 plus frame rates in VR. Okay, I have no idea where my thing is here. Does anybody see it? I don't see it. Over here. Showed up. Well, I have a 5700 XT, although I have a fast one. I have a MSI Gaming Z, which is one of the fastest 5700 XTs on the market. A little bit slower than a 27 Super, a whole lot faster than a 2060 Super, which makes it faster than 1080, 2070. 1080 Ti is about the same speed. We're about what, twice the money? So it all depends what you want to spend. I wouldn't want to spend that much money for a graphics card. I'm thinking that this is on the other side. Yes, it is. Kind of hard to tell sometimes, it's so dark. But I thought all the hangers were in the hub itself. I didn't think they were out there on the whatchamadoodles. I like the landing pads. Okay, we're down here on this pad, huh? We down on this pad. You know, I've flown this ship a few times. I mean, I don't play it a whole lot, but I still haven't gotten used to how much drift it has. But typical big ship, doesn't steer like a fighter or an Avenger Titan or whatever. Just doesn't do it. Shouldn't do it. I'd be disappointed if it did. Everybody wants their ships to handle like, you know. But realistically, it shouldn't. Get that mass going, it takes more to stop it. Now maybe somewhere in the future we'll be able to increase thruster size. You know, by special thrusters. Maneuverability better. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down and locked.
But right now, like I say, I think this is the first time I've had it out in a week. So I don't fly it that often. I do like it for what it does. Change view. hear the doors closing, so it must be
Roger
in
that.
far enough. Whoops, just barely in far enough. If you dare cut off the back of my ship. Boy, I just barely got it in here, didn't I? Change view.
Roger that.
If I'd have been any further back, I wouldn't have got it in here. Cut the nose back on off, wouldn't it? Power. Now, let's mobile glass. See if we can refuel it. Mobile glass.
Open moby
We'll
glass.
get out of here. We'll check and see. Oh, it's going to work. And it takes a while to refuel this bugger. Takes a while. Mobile glass.
Open
I
moby
don't
glass.
think I'm quite up to 1.5 million credits. No, 1.47. So I'm getting there, almost up to 1.5. And I don't really chase credits just to go earn credits. I just slowly build them up. Close mobile glass.
Closing moby glass.
I just don't think it's such a big thing in game yet to be able to buy ships in game. And I have all the armor, the guns. I've upgraded the ships I want to upgrade. And I have spent a whole lot of credits, don't get me wrong. Mining heads, all that stuff. But the only thing next would be buying ships. And I don't even know what next ship, first in ship game I would buy. I don't even know. As you can tell, this takes a while to fill up. Still on quantum fuel, even though the tank says 100%, that gauge does not work. And I don't know if you get out of the seat if it'll continue filling it up. I don't know if that works that way. Guess I could try it one of these times and see, huh? Might work that way. Once you set it, it fills it up regardless whether you're in it or not. We're almost done. We're going to the... Fills up the hydrogen fuel fairly quickly. Unlike the quantum fuel, it takes forever. But it's quite a bit of fuel you're using up. It ain't like I'm using 30 units out of an Avenger. Fills that up really, really quick. Alright. Power down.
Powering down.
Exit seat.
Affirmative.
And there we have it. Whoop. Yeah, I mean, you can tell you're in 1440p versus 10 or even 1200, but I mean, I can tell. It's not a stark difference, but it is subtle. All right, I don't even need to close that. Somebody wants to steal it, I guess they can't. It'll despawn, or I'll get to the terminal and store it before that happens. Odds of somebody knowing it's here, probably not very good. Alrighty. I do wish they'd put elevator indicators that the elevator has been called. There's no way of knowing. Sometimes you sit here and wait on the doors and it never happens. I imagine eventually they'll work all the time, but who knows? And you'll notice that we get better frame rates on the stations than we do in space. Now, if that makes sense, I don't know, but it's the way it works. Just the way it works. Ba, ba, ba. Elevators are slow. It's true. They're slow. All right, guys on the chairs. Her mother would jap slap them to no end. Get your feet off the furniture. Okay, it's stored. I guess we'll go get some food. So before we log out, we'll be all prepped for next time. And you notice I have my walk speed turned up a little bit, but I don't have to run wide open all the time like this. It's not necessary. I like to enjoy the scenery a little bit. I don't like to walk too slow. Okay, let me take the helmet off. Off comes the helmet. Oh no, my helmet's off. Hopefully we got food today. Yes, we do. Sometimes you come in, you don't have food up here. Can't eat. Now we gotta wait a half hour before the hot dog to get in my hand. That's just one of the rules. Now we're gonna shove the hot dog down my throat. See? One hot dog shoved. Now we're gonna go over here. Now what flavor do we need today? Let's get some fizz. And I don't know that it makes any damn difference what you get. But we got fizz cola. All right. Now, like any good American, I'm going to throw it on the floor. See that? Just like all good Americans. Now we're going to put a helmet on. And we have done it. See this? We have got our helmet back on so I don't forget when I come back in and walk out of the airlock and go, "Hoo!" I've done that a few times. That's how I know all about it. Okay, I guess I'm done for this session. We'll go ahead and call an end to it. Nobody to talk to anyway, so see how it is. We'll look out the window and say, that guy's always standing here. See this guy right here? He doesn't do anything but look out this window. I'm not sure he's not a mannequin. But okay, we're going to be out of here, guys. Have a good one. Ba-ba-ba. Oh. Yeah, looks like everything ran all right. And we'll stop the stream.